welcome everybody that This Is Life.
Cheers to
Salud.
This Is Life. You know, we want to help people helping people. We are all here together. Why not be successful? Why not help each other? Why not be something? And there doesn't have to be so much picking and hating and judging. And this is a free judge zone. I don't judge anybody, and you always welcome in here. So
I judge people all the time.
Well, you know what, dude? Cheers to good friends, great energy, and a live chat room in this podcast. Hey, yo, this is life. Thank you, everyone. Newcomers, oldcomers, friends, family. We love you all. Shout the fuck out. If you're afraid to talk to me or if I am too aggressive for you, go fuck yourself. But if you're not and you're interested in talking, you know, please pick up the phone, holler at me. And my own experiences, I left at 16. I moved out when I was 16 years old, people. I had 3 jobs, my own apartment, and I had a baby, and I had things to deal with. My husband will tell you, I am a fighter, I am a strong person, and I am Jess. There's nothing less, and he is Rocky, and he never gives me anything less, and that's what's so important, you know. I am so damn blessed to have you as my partner in crime.
Always, baby.
We don't need friends, you know why?
Because
we have each other. Cheers on that.
Cheers on
Salud.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're bugging. Well, I guess.
I can't even take that. Every time I hear that laugh, I go, what moment was it that I said I can't take it?
I don't know.
I wonder what that was.
I wonder what it was also.
Like, I can't take it. I was like, wow, thanks, extra.
I wonder what it
Hey, everybody. We are here. It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Takeover Tuesdays. Right? Takeover Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays, Titty Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
I
was
mean,
going to say that, but I didn't.
so many things for
Things.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, big things, obviously. Huge
things.
You know, I really did see, let's throw this out there really quick. When we were at the Christmas party, how big were those women's breasts in that red dress?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were ginormous.
Yeah, they were
She
hefty.
walked by and I had to stare, and I said, stop staring at her boobs.
Yeah, they were pretty large.
They were like...
They were large.
Like this.
And then that other chick you had run up on me with her busty titties.
She's huge too.
Yeah.
I just big boobs everywhere all weekend.
Big boobs indeed.
Big boobs indeed. So we have a lot of great subjects, obviously, guys.
We have the biggest get for tonight's show. You guys have no idea the guest we have coming on, but we have a gigantic guest for you tonight that will be joining us in just a little bit. So
it's gigantic.
It is huge.
I can't. So let's get back to things that I have to talk about, because obviously I have all the cats meow.
That's it.
We were talking recently about age and dating.
AIDS?
Age.
Oh, I thought you said AIDS.
With a G.
Okay.
Age. And dating.
Thank God it's not AIDS.
Why?
Because I don't want to talk about AIDS.
Of course you don't want to talk about AIDS. Who does want to talk about
I don't know, Freddie Mercury.
Oh my God.
Tom Hanks.
Oh my God. Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm like, tell me Tom Hanks has AIDS.
Magic Johnson, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen has AIDS.
Yeah. Remember, he did that whole thing where he was on whatever, and he said he had AIDS.
I don't remember that. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about age. And you know how people always complain about who's older, who's with younger kids, or who's...
Like you goddamn cradle robber.
You're a year younger than me, you fucking psycho. Like, a year. Get over yourself.
My goodness.
No, but for real, these celebrities...
She's so old.
I want to talk about celebrities, right? Because they are what's in...
The public eye, yeah.
It's what everybody sees all the time. So if it's all right with them, I mean, of course, it has to be right for everybody else.
Yeah, see, here's my take on it.
Go.
There's always a motive when there's a big age gap, in my opinion, by one of the people, if not both.
In celebrities?
In anybody who dates way younger. Well, no, maybe not, because I do know one situation that we have that is actually a great thing. But it might be the mind state of one person finally meeting a point.
Yeah, maybe that, or older women are with younger men for control, or older men are with younger women for ego.
I think that's a lot of ego, stroking the ego
stuff.
thing, big time. Yeah, it's like, getting the shiny car. Or
there's no 20-year-old woman that goes, I want to touch that 60-year-old's balls.
There are some, though, with daddy issues. That's the thing.
Yeah, daddy issues, not grandpa issues.
Yeah, but when you're 25, 50's only daddy issues. You know what I mean? 55 is still daddy.
I guess you're right, but I mean, in some cases it works. I mean, but I look at it and I'm like, what are you getting from that? Because I personally...
See, me, when I was younger and looked at an older woman, I just thought, gross, she's old. I want a nice young woman.
Right.
Now that I'm older, I couldn't, look at, an 18-year-old and be like, yeah.
Well, you have an 18-year-old. You have a 19-year-old daughter.
Well, of course, that
changes everything.
But, even before that, I still think, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I need a nice 18, 19. For one, I wouldn't even want to entertain the thought of having an 18 and 19-year-old girl around as, a girl.
Out.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
It would just be weird, though. You're always awkward walking around in public because everyone's looking at you like, is that her dad?
No, right. Sure. I get it. But what I'm saying is, in the retrospect, when you're home alone with this person, you're home, you're making out with this person who is
20 years, let's say.
Okay.
You're 40, they're 20.
Yeah, don't you feel a little bit awkward?
I don't think a lot of guys do. I don't think guys do, and I don't think the girls do. Because...
Well, when you're in this situation, you don't feel anything, of course, because you love the person, and it is what it is. Age doesn't matter. But when you're looking at it going, all right, she's 20 and he's 45.
See, here's the thing. As a dad, I wouldn't want my 19-year-old daughter dating some 40, 45-year-old guy. But realistically, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just, you want to date who you want to date, fuck it, date them. Who gives a shit?
No, and I am not saying people don't have the right to be with who they're with. I'm more targeting the issue of what makes them look and go, I would rather someone ahead of me or someone behind me.
Well, maybe they didn't look, it just found them. Sometimes things just find you. But there's the women, those Hollywood whores that, let's say, I don't know, who's with some, Harrison Ford.
Oh, he's on the list.
He's 75, and Callista Flockhart's 50. You know what I mean? He's got a good 20-something years on her.
Yeah.
Now, again, they're both famous, so it makes a little bit more sense. But even still,
Do you think famous people are different because they go, she's young, but she has around the same amount of money, so she's not trying to get my money?
It's not even that. They live different lives where they're in the public eye constantly. It's a whole different type of pressure publicly as a couple.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that part... Well, I'm sure it's thought of. It's not looked down upon because Hollywood's been doing that forever.
Right.
They have. The guys have always dated younger women, and it's just kind of an acceptable form of behavior in Hollywood.
See, but in all...
And kind of expected, too.
Everywhere. I'm not saying in everywhere, please feel free to date who you want. Age does not matter. I don't care what goes on in your bed. I don't. I'm just more looking at it as... Younger people, our brains aren't developed in a way that we can handle, serious situations, at least past 21. I mean, you haven't even no life experience to even have a damage control revenue of how you can problem solve. You know what I mean? You're just basically now looking at this person as a guider instead of a husband or a boyfriend or a wife. You're looking at them
or
as
you could be looking at well, exactly. That's a lot of it too, is they're just a source of, I don't have to do shit.
Right.
I can lay around this motherfucker's house and do absolutely nothing.
So let's get into some of the celebrity couples here that I found. Now, there are 44, so I'm not going to go through all of them. A lot of great things to discuss tonight, but And there's some people that I don't even know who they are. The names I don't even know at all who they are.
Go through the ones we know. The list doesn't even matter. Just name some of the ones
Blake
we know.
Lively, Ryan
What's the
Reynolds.
difference between them?
They have they're at the top, but they're not talked here. The first one was Jay-Z and Beyonce. Sorry, they have 12 years between them.
Okay.
Nikki Reed, I don't know who that is. Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo.
No idea who that is.
She's, I guess, a model or something. But Adam Levine's 39, she's 30. It's only 9 years.
That's 9 years. That's nothing.
10 years, not a big deal either. Let's get into it. First of all, who is Priyanka Chopra?
Some Indian actress. That's the Jonas.
Yeah, she just...
They just got married, actually, like yesterday or some shit.
It's not really bad, but... Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have 11 years between them. She's 42. He's 42. She's 31.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that old.
Not that bad.
No, man.
That's only 11 years. 11 years.
Let's get to like 15 and over.
Yeah, 12 years. Well, William Macy.
Okay, yeah, Shameless.
They got 12 years.
But she looks like shit.
She's not really. I mean, she's 55. She don't look that bad.
Yeah, but he looks like they're...
He looks like his age, though. He looks like...
But they look like they could be around the same.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness.
Now, nothing, too. His wife, well, pretty, I guess. You know, she's not anything I would look at. But she's not an ugly woman. Hugh Jackman's wife.
She's not an ugly woman. She does look her age, though.
But you're fucking Hugh Jackman, man.
Yeah.
We talked about this, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did when Madalena was here. Fucking, I'm not going to go back into it.
The stars that were hot?
No, but goddamn, go be Hugh Jackman for a little bit. He never got to be Hugh Jackman.
Right.
Go fucking be Hugh Jackman and fuck everything that moves.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know, he didn't get to enjoy being Hugh Jackman. You know what I mean? He didn't get that single, I'm out at the fucking party, I'm motherfucking Hugh Jackman. Yeah. He's got 30 bitches around him, you know, just enjoying. He
goes home to his wife. You know, some people don't need that, though, at the same time.
I think if you're a celebrity and you're that big, you should get to enjoy that for 1 year. Like whoever you're with, you get 1 year.
To go do whatever you want.
Yeah, to go you earned it. And look at the life you're getting to live. I earned it. We earned it together.
All right, so then if that's the past, then it has to be the past for the other person, too.
Sure.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey, Camilla, they got 13 years between them.
But they're not married anymore, are they?
It doesn't say that they're divorced.
I don't know.
They have a daughter and a son. We got Megan Fox, Brian Austin Green. There's 13 years between them. He's 45, she's 32. We know Ellen DeGeneres and Portia. They got 15 years.
Here's the special guest, everyone.
And he's here.
Hi.
Oh, he's got to turn his mic on?
It's on. I turned it on for you, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Are we on?
Hi.
What are we doing?
How does this thing work?
It's different on this side.
Yeah, look at me in the control seat.
What?
And by perspective, me and Richie look the same size. Because now you're in the back, you know?
I don't know what. All right, wait.
Hey!
Let's get back on it. So, you know Scott Disick? He was with
the Kardashian. Yeah.
He's now dating Sophia Richie, Lionel Richie's daughter.
His real daughter.
Yeah, there's 15 years between them. And he hates it. He's so angry. He's
Who hates it?
Lionel.
Oh.
He's super nervous about him because, he's a piece of shit.
What? No, Scott's awesome.
He was horrible to Courtney.
Yeah, but they're still together and they're doing good from what I hear.
Well, they're doing good now, but wait till he starts to feel a little bit of her fame. That's kind of what happened.
She ain't got no fame.
Hold on. Why do you assume that Scott was?
Yeah, why is she shitty?
Well,
why can't she be shitty?
I watched it.
Yeah, but maybe Sophia Richie's an entitled little princess by daddy, and she's a cunt and a fucking nightmare to be around and a money grubbing. What about her?
Is where he was a dick. I don't know what he is with her.
But you were assuming. You said let's just wait.
The father has seen, and this is why people will go, I'm worried.
Yeah, but you
can't judge his TV performance because that's what the Kardashians is.
You're talking about a shallow family, and him being a dick to a shallow family. That wants to be famous.
Most of the time, when he was being a dick, he was right.
I agree. All right, I get it. You guys are defending him like he's your brother.
He's awesome.
I'm just talking.
And he's funny too.
Oh my God, I hate you, Richie.
Why do you know so much about him?
Yeah, right. What are you best friends
from
with
Long
him?
Island.
Yeah.
Scott Disick?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's from Manorville.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, he is.
Oh shit, Richie knows him.
All right, you know what? I'm all in on Scott Disick.
We're getting all in on him. All right, so Daryl Hannah.
You weren't
Isn't
expecting
she
to be bombarded.
I'm
about
not even
Scott
interested in you at all. This is life. So everybody remembers this is not Super Ugly Show. Daryl Hannah, wasn't she the girl from
Splash, Kill Bill, Roxanne?
Yeah, she's with Neil Young.
Really?
Yes, and they have 15 years between them. They've been together.
Neil Young looks like he smells like shit.
So they've been dating since 2014. They're together 4 years, 5 years. They never do that, but that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
How about Kate Beckinsale?
Daryl Hannah got a big
Whitehall.
fucking head, man. You ever notice that?
No.
She got a gigantic head.
I never noticed that either.
Yeah.
She was so cute when she was younger too.
I never thought so, because again, I'm not a blonde guy, and she's not that pretty. Her face.
She had that like innocent. Yeah, she had that cute little innocent look to her.
Mm.
Can we get back to what I was saying now? Kate Beckinsale, Jake Whitehall.
Who the fuck is Jake Whitehall?
He's I don't know.
Kate Beckinsale. Now she's a pretty girl.
She was a pretty woman. Yeah, 15 years they got between them.
Who's the elder?
She is.
She is
45. He's 30.
All right, good for her.
But Hillary Burton, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 years.
Negan.
Yeah, Negan.
Negan.
And One Tree Hill.
And his chick. Yeah. And she was also an MTV VJ that, who was it, groped her.
Who's he with?
He's with Hillary Burton.
Who's that?
She's from One Tree Hill.
I gotta run out for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, they're together. They got 16 years between them, which is fine. We know Amal and George Clooney, 17 years between them. They've been together forever. Heidi Klum and Tom Kollitz.
Who is that?
Kollitz? He's a band player for a hotel.
He's obviously younger.
Oh, way younger. Yeah. She's 45. He's 29. He's a Tokyo hotel guitarist. Yeah. I mean, she used to be with Seal, so
oh my God,
he's an improvement. You know what I mean? So Lady Gaga and Christian Carino, he's like a celebrity, what are they called? Where's the word I'm looking for? Here is a celebrity agent, talent agent. Tell me she's not trying to look like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she
That's
is.
very Kimish, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
You guys look her up right now. She's looking very Kim. She's got like the hair, even the roots. She's got the roots.
Now these age differences. I mean, younger girls like older men.
Younger girls like older men. Older men like younger girls. But really, older women do not. I mean, older women who maybe have money or are not bored might want a young man.
Yes, yeah.
But I could never look
for
at
companionship for the younger guy.
I could never, because I can't deal with sometimes my husband. He's only a year under me.
Exactly.
The mental capacity.
For you to get companionship from an older man that's experienced,
Yes.
and it's willing to talk to and that's been through the shit, it's more understandable.
Absolutely, because guys also they go through those eras where they have to let themselves loose. So when you get to a certain point, you're done. You're looking for someone to be loyal. They want to be loyal. The girls will do anything for you. Younger girls.
You want to know another thing too, and tell me if you disagree with this, that older men look better older than they do when they were younger.
1,000%. 1,000%. I look at more older men, and I would say, even when I was younger, I was a George Clooney fan. And I didn't really start noticing until I was like 18, 19 years old. Yeah. But he was more, I would look, oh my God. I never looked at Brad Pitt and was like, he's hot, because he looked like kind of like my brother, Robert. Yeah. So that kind of man doesn't look, but George Clooney, I was like, oh, older man kind of status thing. So yeah, I guess I could see that, but all in all, I mean, when you have money, you want someone who has money. When you're, when you're starting off poor and then you guys get rich together, it's even better. But when you have money, you need to make sure they're not coming for just the money. So they date money, even if they're younger, older, they date money.
Yeah. I understand that. But if I was them, I would date outside of the entertainment business.
Of course.
That's what Clooney did. Clooney's chick's like a lawyer.
Yeah, she's not in
that's the smarter route to go.
This one kind of creeped me out a little bit, and I'm only going to say it because the picture made me feel awkward when I saw it. Oliver Sarkozy and Mary-Kate Olsen.
Yeah, he's some fashion dude, right?
He's like really creepy looking.
They got a big difference, right? What is it?
Oh yeah, 17 years. And
oh, that's it?
He's really creepy looking. Like, I look at him and think pedophile.
Now, let me,
no
speaking
offense, I don't know
of...
him. I'm just saying, when I look.
Big forehead.
Yeah,
but
he just looks scary.
Speaking of, is Woody Allen on this list?
No.
Really?
Nah.
Now, that motherfucker married his daughter. Soon Yi, right? Yeah, Soon Yi.
Oh.
It was his adopted daughter, and he ended up having an affair with her when she was young. You don't remember all this? It was in the news and shit.
I remember that.
And they ended up getting married. And now he's with his adopted daughter and married.
Oh my god, I never knew that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
weird.
and there's a huge age difference, obviously. If he raised her as a little girl. That's fucking weird, gross.
Yeah.
That's all sorts of fucked
That's a lot
up.
of different things mixed up in one.
Yeah, that right? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we got I don't know who this is. David Cross.
Let me see.
David Cross, Amber Tamblyn.
Oh, David Cross from Arrested Development.
He's from Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
I don't know.
Yes, Arrested Development. The brother-in-law.
Oh yes,
Tobias.
Yes, Tobias. Yes. Okay, they have 19 years. 19 years between him and his wife. She's 35.
See, comics can pull it off though because funny guys can pull anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you see a comic with a younger girl, you're like, you know what?
Right.
I get it.
Like Dane Cook.
He makes her laugh.
His girlfriend's 19.
Women love to laugh. They love a guy that can make them laugh.
Yeah.
And when he's got money, yeah, no, I know.
19.
Yeah, and he's 40.
45.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's
19.
ugh.
45.
Now, how
I
would
wouldn't
you?
like that.
That's what I mean. Like, you got 2 daughters. They're gonna be
Yeah,
dating.
but
Let's say.
not even that. Okay. All right. See if I didn't have daughters, but what does a 19-year-old girl have to offer me?
Right.
Like,
Oh,
her
mentally
talking,
nothing.
You know how 19-year-old girls talk.
No,
Yes.
that's how I started it off. I said the same thing. I go, I wouldn't want to be around a 19-year-old like that.
Can you imagine the gossip he has to hear,
Oh
like
my
on
God.
a daily basis?
Like sometimes my daughter will start going into her like world, and like I just completely go, doop, and I'm gone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
And that's
I
what
can
it was
relate to
great,
her when
yeah.
we're talking about music, movies,
Bro, you-
games, and
that
stuff.
was
But she
20
starts talking about
chapters.
her friends and shit. I'm like,
that
I
was
don't.
20 chapters ago in life for you.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah.
with him, though, maybe he is mentally on that level with her where he can joke around and be funny
See,
with her.
comics live a fucked up life too.
Right.
You got to remember they're on the road constantly when they first start out. Now Dane Cook's big; he can be more stable. But when you first start out, you're on the road alone, all over the country, traveling. People are trying to fuck you over at comedy clubs. You got to make people laugh. Let's say you bombed the night before, and now you're starting getting down on yourself. You're alone. You got no one to talk to. It's a lonely fucking life as a comic. Like
Even as a performer, as an artist, a singer, you know.
but they're
same way.
all kind of fucked up in the head. But singers have like bands or they have their dancers. At
right.
least they have people with them. Comics are alone.
Right.
Maybe they have their manager once they get big enough. You know, but even then, you're not sharing a room.
Right.
You know, it's a fucking and again, you listen to any comic, they all have issues. Like they're all fucked up in some way, which we all are, but they're like damaged in some
That's why
way.
they laugh at everything, right?
Yeah, well, that's why they joke about everything.
How about this one? Ready? Annette Bening, which I love her. She's an awesome actress. Warren Beatty. 21 years.
Yeah, but they've been together forever.
Yeah, they have. Since 92.
Yeah, they've been together for a long
he's
fucking
60,
time.
She's 81.
He's only 60?
Yeah, No, Benning is 60. He's 81.
Oh, I was going to say.
Holy shit.
She was in Lost Boys. She was awesome. I love her. She's an awesome actress.
She wasn't in Lost
Harrison
Boys.
Ford is here. Yes, she was.
That's not the mother from Lost Boys.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, shit. Well, school...
It's the grandma from Parenthood.
Oh, skill me. Harrison Ford is on here. Callista Flockhart. They got 22 years between them.
Yeah. I remember when that whole thing went down. Everyone was kind of like, whatever.
Whoa, how about this one? Sam and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
The dude from Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass.
And he was in Godzilla, the main
Avengers.
character in Godzilla. He was, Quicksilver in Avengers 2.
They got 23 years between them.
He was in Nocturnal Animals. He was the bad guy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Fucking great movie, by the way.
Dr.
Everyone
House
watching.
was a good,
But you got to understand what's going on. Like, if you don't get the ending and you don't understand what's happening...
Watch it again.
Yeah, watch it again, because it is a fucking phenomenal movie. You got to be a little bit of a thinker. We had these 3 women behind us. They got up there like, that movie stunk!
It was amazing.
And I looked at Jess and I go, they completely didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah. I'm going to do just 2 more, and then we're just going to move on to the next subject. So we got Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, Camilla. They got 23 years between them.
Yeah, but he's single and slinging that dick again.
Oh, he is?
I think so. Or now he's with, like, a really young model.
That's her.
Oh, wait.
Since 2017?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
21. He's 43.
You always see him out fucking just surrounded by models, though. Every time you see Leo...
You want to know something, though? I'll give Leo the most respect out of any other actor.
He's old school Hollywood, too.
Yo, he is not in the tabloids.
No. He's not.
Never.
You ever see that clip of him where Jonah Hill was outside of a thing, and it was kind of an empty street, and Leo just happened to be walking down the same street and see him, so he put his hat down, and he came up with his phone, and like rushed up on him. He's like, Jonah, let me get it. And then you see Jonah go, oh, you fucking dick. Because he thought it was like a fan or something, you know, running in his face, but it was Leo. Which you look at shit like that and go, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he learned from like Jack Nicholson how to be Hollywood.
Yes.
Because he was hanging with Nicholson for during a few things I think they did together. And you know he took the cue from Jack and was like, this is Hollywood right here. This is how you do it.
It's needed.
Because he's always looks like he's having fun. He's always smiling.
You have to know that he looks at those kids like they're wet behind the ears.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, no matter what, you're still a rookie.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
But DiCaprio is like, the Frank Sinatra of our age. Like him, Clooney, Brad Pitt, they're like that rat pack of Hollywood. The Dean Martin, the Sinatra. It's like them. Like, you look at those guys and go, they're doing it. They're fucking keeping Hollywood, old school Hollywood alive.
Well, when you have movies with, like, Tom Hanks, like, personal one-on-one movies with Tom Hanks, like, you're in another bracket.
Yeah.
But he is like, you don't see him anywhere, and he's like America's dad. Everyone loves Tom Hanks. He's not, like, cool, like, he'll make you laugh in a dad way.
Dad, speaking of, Bob Saget. He's on here.
He just got married. How old is she?
62. And she's 29.
Wow, that's a big one.
30,
could you imagine? But you know what?
Years.
As a dad, I go, but she's gonna be taken care of so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Like,
I would be so gross. I look at him and I'm like.
Like, because again, if you try to fight it, it's even gonna push your daughter to it more.
Right.
So we all know that. So like, you kind of just gotta go. Well, hopefully this doesn't work out. But hey. At least she's flying private and going on fucking beautiful trips. Saget is caked up. Yeah, he's caked up.
We got, of course, Michael Douglas, 25 years.
Catherine Zeta.
And Alec and Hilaria. Hilaria, first of all, I can't even deal with that name. Okay. Hilaria. They got
sounds like a disease.
26 years. It does.
It sounds like malaria.
Yeah.
And then we got the last one, Dane Cook and Kelsey Taylor. 27 years between them.
Good for him, though. You know why? Because he took such a beating for no reason.
From who?
Everybody. Yeah, he got called out for being a joke thief, and then people were just like, he was like the thing to mock is like, it's not cool anymore to like Dane Cook.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was even something like that.
Why was that?
Like, Family Guy did jokes, South Park would throw their jab. Like, everyone was throwing jabs at Dane Cook as, like, he was the dude to ride on. Like, he's the easy punchline. You get what I mean? I like him too.
What?
The jerk-off brother-in-law. The jerk-off brother. Dane Cook. 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. Exactly.
They wrote on him for a while.
And then he got hit with that he was stealing from Louis. There was 3 jokes or something like that. The itchy asshole, the guy getting hit by the car, and something else. Yeah. That everyone... Which... For the people, why would he steal 3 jokes? The guy's got hours and hours of other material. And... He even said it. Louis brought him on Louis' show, and they did like a scene. It was a show. It wasn't reality. But he's like, can't people just have parallel thinking every now and then?
Yeah, you know what's funny that you say that? Because we have brought up probably 3 topics on the Super Ugly Show, and the last podcast on the left. Are you familiar with that name? They're huge. They're from like Mad.
All right, either way.
But last podcast on the left has actually done the exact same things that we've talked about.
Really?
Yes, after we've done them.
Well, not for nothing.
And it's not like oh, look, we never came on. I never came on you and said, oh, last podcast on the left.
Here's the thing, though. Dude, I totally get material from listening to Opie or listening to Jim and Sam
but
or
not
Bennington.
the same material. You change it to your own.
Yes, or I'll go, that's a cool question.
Right.
Like,
cool
or
topic.
you know what I mean, or a cool topic, and I'll go, fuck it, let's talk about it on our show.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It
happens.
Yeah, it's a
It is
public
what it is.
thing. But I'm also not going to now sit there, talk about it, and set up a joke, and then take Ron Bennington's joke and be like,
No.
I just came up with this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But talking about the same topic, totally fine.
Cool, yeah. That's why I never said anything about
I mean,
it on the
otherwise,
show.
how does the news work? They all talk about the same topics. They give their different opinions on it. That's how
Gets
this
it
works.
first, though. That's the best. So listen.
On that note, I'm out.
All
I
right.
love you guys.
Rich.
Really?
See ya
That's
next
it?
week. Yeah, see you next
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Rich.
I love that outro.
So, getting back though to where we were at with the celebrities, because we were talking about the celebrity differences,
Yes.
I also decided to pull up today, which I thought would be fun to talk about, the best misbehaving celebrities that we can't stop watching. So, who do you think? I'm gonna give you a chance. Who do you think's number one?
Charlie Sheen.
Never.
No.
No. There's a female that's worse.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
Okay.
We were just watching her. Remember, she
You
got
know what?
punched in the face.
And you know what's fucked up? This girl's clearly fucked up.
Yeah. On
And-
something.
And this is what I mean. Yeah, while it's fun to watch all these little clips and videos, this is a human being, a girl who was in the spotlight her entire childhood for the most part, and has now just been dumped.
She was dumped though because she got out of control of
Yeah,
what she was doing.
absolutely. But so did Drew Barrymore. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
but Drew Barrymore got back on track.
Give this girl a chance. No one's
she-
giving her a chance, and now she's just a joke.
I don't think that. I think that she had a chance twice to come back, and there was actually movies that she was supposed to be in that she had gotten removed
Yeah,
from.
she got fucked up. You're right.
From not doing the right thing.
Tara Reid's the same way.
Yeah, I guess so. You want to know who number 2 is?
Who?
Kanye West.
Again, another sick person who everyone's making a joke out of. This dude is clearly... There's something going on up here, and they say all geniuses are crazy, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm not taking nothing away from his music. I love
No,
Kanye,
yeah, no,
I
I'm
really do.
definitely not taking
I'm a
anything away from
huge Kanye
But
West
he's number 2.
because of his antics. Look at him; he's running around with the president. He's married to Kim Kardashian. They just got shitted all over because they were showing a video of them. They rented out an entire 747 for themselves. That seats 60, but I mean, this thing has bedrooms. It's got a gym. It's got like
a fucking. There's a plane.
think of a giant plane that we fly in, though, emptied out and just fixtured with things and separated rooms. And there's there's a room, a giant room, and then it has its own bathroom. Like, it's crazy.
And how? I mean, honestly, how long are you on this fucking plane?
Well,
that you
that's
go
why
work
everyone
out?
was yelling. They were like, dude, the fucking fuel you're burning for 2 of you is
Right.
crazy.
Right.
Like, it wasn't 2, it was, maybe like 10 total, if that.
Whatever. Still.
But still, that's
number 3. We
much.
got Amanda Bynes.
She's the Nickelodeon kid,
Yeah, she
and then she
broke
did a
down.
couple movies. She says she broke down because she played that movie where she was a boy, and then after that,
It messed with her?
it fucked her up. I don't know.
Paris Hilton's number 4.
What year is this?
This is
No one's
this is-
looking
it's
at
not about
Paris
a year.
Hilton.
This is saying that
All
these are the
time, like
tops-
these were the
yeah,
ones?
The
All right.
top worst.
I think Kim Kardashian's over
Charlie
both of those.
Sheen's number 6.
See, how Kim Kardashian's not higher than most of these people? Like, I would have put Kanye over her. I would put Charlie Sheen over her.
Justin Bieber.
Again, he's not like crashing and burning. He had a couple incidents, but he's not.
These are people that they say we can't stop watching.
Can't stop watching. All right.
Alec Baldwin.
We love him on our show.
Yeah. Naomi
Oh,
Campbell. So
he's-
what'd she ever do?
She fucking threw a phone in an assistant, got kicked off a plane. She's a mental patient.
Really?
Oh, she's a real fucking diva.
Really?
Oh, she's like the epitome of the diva.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Paul Abdul.
I guess.
Bill Cosby.
Ain't no one watching Bill.
Not at all. Ben Affleck. He's a dick?
No, he's just a drunk. He just got out of rehab.
Chris Brown.
He's a piece of shit, though. He's beating up women.
Yeah, he is a piece of shit. And Miley Cyrus is number 14.
Yeah, not anymore. She really just
She
fell
changed
off.
around and got married and stuff.
Because, yeah, she stopped doing that.
Yeah.
You know, she was showing her pussy and tits to everybody that would look at him.
That was pretty bad, actually. I felt really bad for her when she got to those points because she had so much to start with.
Yeah.
To throw it all away.
You know who's got to feel the worst out of all that? Billy Ray. And not because his daughter's showing a cooter to everybody.
Yeah.
But because she made a music career that you weren't even close to. You had one hit, Billy. You had one motherfucking hit. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart.
Wait.
What? Yeah, that's Billy Ray Cyrus. That's her dad.
What?
You never knew this?
Wait, who's the other one that I thought was her dad?
I have no idea. But that's her dad.
That's saying Don't Break My Heart?
Yeah.
Who's the one that's married to Nicole Kidman?
Keith Urban, maybe? Or something like that?
I thought that was her dad my entire life.
You thought Nicole Kidman was Miley Cyrus's stepmother?
Yes.
Why would you think that?
I don't know why I thought that. Wait, I'm like really, my brain, it just went...
Cyrus. Billy Ray Cyrus. Miley Cyrus.
And
now the sister.
Keith Cyrus.
No, now the sister. Jesus Christ. Now her sister's doing shit too.
I thought his name was Keith Cyrus.
No, Keith Urban, I think is his name. It's definitely not Keith Cyrus.
Sorry, Nicole Kidman. I am so
sorry. Yeah, well,
sorry.
thank God. I mean, she's definitely watching, so.
Keith Urban, I am so sorry.
Yes, we all are. And we'll make it up to you guys. Don't worry. Next time we see you, we'll make it up.
Yeah, we'll make it up too.
But yeah, no. Billy Ray, all the time.
That is so fucked up.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, her music career is fucking gigantic. And he had... Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand.
Yeah, well, either way, I mean, now that I'm totally mind blown about this whole situation, I just, I figured we'd
They were all on the show. He was the dad in the show, and
what show?
The Hannah Montana.
They were in the show?
That's how she became famous, was through Hannah Montana. When
and
I was
yes, but I didn't know that they were on the show.
Yeah, the dad was, and I think even her little sister was at some point. Because one of my ex, she had a daughter, and she was like 4 at the time, and she was obsessed with Hannah Montana. So it was always on. So that's how I knew who this fucking Miley Cyrus person was this whole time.
Oh my gosh, I am like Jrabbit dumbfound right now.
But to be fair, you didn't have any like small children around you that would be watching.
No, I didn't.
Hannah Montana.
I guess you're right. So talking about all these celebrities that are like out of control, things that we do, why we do the things that we do.
Remember when Kiefer Sutherland jumped into the Christmas tree all drunk in the hotel lobby?
No.
Yeah, there's video of it. It's awesome. You never seen that?
Wait, my 24? He's 24, right? 24
Yeah. And David. Where are you, David?
Oh my God.
Show yourself. How are your maggots, Michael?
Oh,
I used to say that to Taylor all the time. Whenever he was eating, I would just look at him and go, how are your maggots, Michael?
Oh my God, that is the most grossest ever.
How do you spell his dumb name? Kiefer?
Kiefer? Kiefer? I think that is Kiefer.
Christmas tree. Look, it's the first thing that pops up when you search Kiefer Sutherland.
I gotta see it.
Look, here's the video.
Let me see. He said you're a pirate? That would explain
And he just jumps into a Christmas tree.
He did.
Dude, I love him for that. That was one of my favorite things a celebrity ever did. Because you don't really hear much about Kiefer, but you know he's awesome.
Like, my mouth is just, that was, things that we do, I guess, because
there's certain celebrities that have a mystique to them, and he's one of them. Because his dad, again, old school Hollywood, Donald Sutherland, is very old school Hollywood, always been, involved for decades and decades. And he learned from his dad, probably from Jack Nicholson, from all these old school guys. That's why you never see him. He rarely does interviews. And he's just killing life. Just probably having a great fucking time doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Because that's probably what they tell you. Don't worry about all that other shit. You got mad money. Go enjoy your life.
Right.
Like, even if you're married and have kids, but go enjoy your fucking life. Use the money to make yourself happy.
Be something. Do something.
Yeah, go have fun with it.
Right. So now that we discussed destructive behavior, Keither, Kiefer.
Kiefer. What kind of name is that anyway?
I don't know. Something special. I wanted to look up the 10 most destructive behaviors that humans do that we do, right? So the 10 most destructive
human behaviors.
We lie.
Oh, definitely. Everyone lies. And you'll lie for the dumbest shit.
For no reason.
Like, you'll catch me in a lie. And you're like, why would you lie about that? And in my head, I'm going, I have no idea. I just, like, you get, like, this weird pressure.
I don't know why I said that.
No, because sometimes you get put on a spot where you're asked a question and you're not really sure what's going on or what's happening. So you're like, and just any answer comes in your head and like, let's try this. And it's completely...
Let's try this.
Yeah.
That's what my kids say. It's like, all right, mom's asking a question. I can answer this, this, and this. But they always give the wrong answer.
But sometimes you just feel like this weird, as a human, I think everyone gets it. And you're just like, it's blue. No, it's not. You can see it's not. Yeah, it's red.
Right, right.
But, I don't know. But then there's people that are just pathological.
Some people lie just because they don't know what else to do.
Because I think it's mostly they just want to interact with people. So they just come up with anything just to have interaction.
That, or I think that they are just not honest people with themselves. I mean, it's super important to just be honest with yourself. I mean, you
look at Becky.
Oh, God.
This is my...
I don't want to look at
No
Becky.
one does. We showed you the picture of her one time. She would just literally make shit up. Like,
she would tell stories.
Before my child was capable of speaking, she would walk up to me and go, you know, your daughter told me that I'm her favorite aunt.
She did say that.
And I'd be like, she doesn't even speak.
She said to me, my daughter asked me, is it Jessica or Aunt Jessica? And I said, it was Jessica, Aunt Jessica. And she goes, I didn't say that, Mom. I was like, oh, shit. She shut her mom down.
This woman would just make shit up and just walk up to you and just make up lies.
I don't want to lose the list because I have a really good subject to come after this. The next one is we crave violence. We crave for there to be drama.
Well, violence is different from
Right,
drama.
It says violence. And I'm going more to like drama because
no, but think about it. Think
violence.
about them. Yeah, we do. The video games we play, the movies we watch, the music we listen to, the TV shows we watch.
All right, for mental
stimulation. Yeah, but think about some of your favorite movies are violent as shit. Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Super fucking violent. Casino.
Right.
Super fucking violent.
Right. Carlito's Way.
Super violent.
Right. True Romance.
Super violent.
Right.
A woman gets her ass whooped in True Romance.
And that bitch looks at him and goes, fuck you.
Yeah, she laughs.
That would be me.
What are you laughing at? Look at yourself. You look ridiculous. Alabama.
Yep.
And I'll say it in front of my wife, the most down-ass chick.
Yeah, she is.
Ever.
That was the best movie ever.
And you know what?
Movie.
You know what's funny? Me and her, we live pretty much, not that life, but we live their credo of 100%.
Yeah, we are like that.
And that relationship, while all the shit they went through was gross, is what everyone should want to be.
That's what everybody wants anyway. I mean, you turn around and go, oh, I don't want to go home, or oh, I don't want to hang out with my person. I mean, we're just like, we don't want to go out and hang out with other people.
They just get it. Like, you just click and you understand each other and you just get it and you just go, I never want to leave this person. Like, we're never apart. You went away for a couple times, but other than that, we're never apart.
Yeah. No, we never really, no.
Yeah.
People steal. We steal. Theft can be motivated by need, but...
I was never a stealer.
This is what they're saying, the most destructive behaviors humans have.
No, I agree.
No,
I know. I'm just saying for my own personal preference. I was never a stealer. I always felt like that was a super scumbag thing to do. Like, and people would trust me with things that were very valuable.
Yeah.
And I would always just look at it and go, I know in their head they're probably going, I hope this motherfucker doesn't steal it. Yeah, but in my head, I'm going, I would never... Because once you get that title of thief, you'd never get rid of it.
Yeah. Actually, I never looked at somebody else's things and went, I'm going to take that. Yeah. I've never had to. I've always worked and had everything I wanted. But in the end, I've always looked at things like that and I was like, You know, they're careless. I wouldn't be as careless to leave my pocketbook sitting on a bar, but, you know, this is just how people sometimes don't think there are bad people out there like that. The next is we cheat.
Cheating relationships, cheating games, cheating.
Worse cheats. We are cheats. That's what we do. You know, instead of being like, hey, I'm going to do this for what it's worth, and I'm not saying what we as
That's human
us.
nature, though, because if you can find a workaround,
right,
you're going to do it. If it's going to make life easier, but it might be wrong a little bit,
right.
you're going to do it. I'm not like you're taking cheat as just cheating sexually.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. It says we cheated. It's naming things that everybody cheats about. It's not just cheating in relationships. It's cheating in everything with your life.
But yeah, I think, you know, like video games. You know, people cheat in video games all the time.
Oh, I know.
So,
you're the person that always goes back to menu in the middle of fighting and goes, I want to check this move, and then he fucking fucks
that's not
me
cheating.
up.
I'm checking a move list.
He cheats. Checking a move list in the middle of fighting.
Yeah.
So we cling to bad habits. We get comfortable.
Oh yeah, as an ex-smoker.
Yeah.
Habits are a motherfucker. I used to bite my nails.
Yeah.
I used to. That was gross.
Yeah. We bully.
Yeah, I've definitely bullied.
You know, bullying, of course, not just to make ourselves feel better, but for other people to make themselves feel more important, I guess. But these are destructive behaviors again. We nip, tuck, plump, and tattoo our bodies. Nip, tuck, plump, and tattoo. But this is not about tattoos. This is about facial tattoos. I see a picture of a woman getting her eyebrows tattooed on. This is about, like, changing ourselves. Like, we change ourselves because we don't like ourselves and we want to be like everybody else. So it's destructive because you're changing who you are. You know what I'm saying? We stress out, which is destructive, of course. It starts with stressing out, and then you start to do things you shouldn't be doing, lying, cheating, stealing. Right?
Yeah.
That's what all goes together. We gamble. We gamble with everything in our life. Our choices we make, things that we do.
No, life's a gamble.
Life is a gamble, but again, it's how you play it, you know.
You're gambling by drinking. You're gambling by smoking.
You're gambling by drinking.
You're gambling by using a cell phone.
You're gambling.
I absolutely am. I'm just saying, though, that, you know, we don't know exactly what these things are doing to us.
No, and again, we were discussing solar panels and how it microwaves your body.
It could be.
Just things.
It could be.
Gossip. We gossip. We talk shit. We change stories. You know what I mean? Gossip is fucking
telephone game.
Horrible. You know. And so that's it with that list. I just want to throw out things that we should look for again in people that turn into disruptive behaviors, which also destructs you. Destructs.
Me and Richie were talking about dirty pussies earlier, and
fucking disgusting.
And being a male, you know, this is supposed to be a happy moment,
right.
And all of a sudden it turns into, fuck. Now I have to get through this. Now you have played both sides of the field.
Yes, I have. Never played sides of the field, but I have been on both sides of the fence.
Okay, let's say that. Now, have you ever been in that position where you go, ooh, that stinks? And what did you do as a woman-to-woman situation? Because as a man, we both agreed you can't say anything.
So, being real, obviously, I've dated women in my life. I was dating a girl. We were together for about a year and a half. And I noticed that, not that she smelled disgusting, but that she definitely should have douched after a period.
Yeah.
Like, there are things you do as a woman you don't do as a woman to keep yourself cleanly. I am telling you right now, I'm a Nazi with my body. There are times I have shaved, and my husband's been like, how are you shaving without looking? I know my entire body, and I'm very, very, very...
And in 7 years, there's never been one time where I go, ooh.
No.
Not once.
There's things you do. I mean, as a woman, like, so... I don't believe in chemicals, and I'm more of a holistic person. So after I've had periods, which I don't anymore, but after I've had periods, I would soak in the tub. I would take a salt bath. You know, you want to clean out your body. Not that you should have a smell coming, because normally smells will come from infection. It could be a bacterial infection.
That's what
or it could be a yeast infection.
We alluded to that. We weren't sure, though.
Now, yeast infections come from an abundance of yeast. We produce yeast in our bodies to begin with. We need it, good yeast. But then after a while, if you wear thongs and you're not wearing full butt underwear, if you use toilet paper and you didn't wipe good enough, if you wear too tight of panties, you can get a yeast infection from actually anything. That is the most common infection. A bacterial infection, which is where a smell will come from. It would smell very fishy. A bacterial infection comes from bacteria. So it would be like having anal sex and then having pussy sex in the same session. You can put bacteria from the ass into the vagina. That will cause that. The only reason, might I add, is my best friend is a gynecologist, and she was my gynecologist, and I would ask so many fucking questions because I'm a psycho, so I know a lot of things about women. But you those things, and again, you would notice a smell. A woman would notice if she smells. I would know. Again, I had a hysterectomy, so I don't have these organs anymore, but I would know back when I would get my period that after my period from using tampons, I might get a yeast infection. So after my period, I would do a bath and then I would do a monostat. You as a woman do these things to keep yourself up and up. I mean, some women don't do that. Some women don't damage control, like prevention. I'm more of a prevention person. I have 3 bottles of soap under the sink so we don't run out. Does that make any sense? So I'm always thinking ahead. Some women don't think like that. And they're like, oh, maybe I'll be fine this month. So, as far as me, when I was in this relationship back, because I got off track.
But as a single person, you should always be in tip-top shape.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Sometimes you don't really know if you don't know your body. If you don't know your body, there are signs that comes before yeast infection. You'll get some cramping.
No, but the smell still is there.
That's from not knowing and it going. That's from, letting it go for about a week. That's an infection turning into.
But you're telling me that someone wouldn't notice this smell until sex was about to happen.
You wouldn't know the smell until you maybe stuck your fingers in and actually let some air. Unless you're really opening your legs, you're not going to know that there is a smell there. But there are signs before this that you'll feel cramping, you'll be uncomfortable, you might be a little itchy. You'll get things that will happen before. Some girls don't pay attention. They're not as on point. Is my whole point. So, yes, unless you open your legs, you're not going to go, oh my God, this girl smells.
Now, the reason this whole thing came up was because they were talking about on Opie's podcast, and Carl had said, he tells the girl, and then he, made it sexy cleaning her. He was like, let me clean you out, and I'll show you.
Just so he could finish? Just so he could get his nut off?
No, this was after the fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
So after he was finished and he came,
but
he said he wanted to
or it might have been another session even, before they started another sex session.
I see what you're saying.
He was like, let me do this and
let's
yada,
go
yada,
in the shower.
Now, I thought that was a smart fucking move.
That is smart, but I wish he would have thought more of what he was putting in his penis, because if a girl does have a yeast infection, you can
Now,
get
can
it.
Girls just smell because they smell?
No.
It's never
There's
just
never
because they smell.
There's never a moment that there's smelly pussy. Unless, smelly meaning fish, gross.
Yeah.
You can smell pussy. That's pussy that you've been having sex with. That is totally normal. When you have a yeast infection, you will gag. You will gag at the smell. You won't be able to eat that pussy. You won't even be able to touch it. You know what I'm saying? You would know if it was an infection or not. And men, sometimes they don't care and they'll put a condom on. Some guys will step back. Me, when I was with this girlfriend, I had said to her, look, have you ever douched? And she was like, no. And I'm like, why not? And she's like, well, I heard it's bad for you. I said, I have an even more awesome way, to clean yourself out. And I said to her, I'm like, you smell, not like you smell horrible, but you do have a smell that I'm not interested in while I'm eating your pussy.
Yeah.
So let's take a bath. And then from there, she got a little bit cleaner. We ended up breaking up really soon after that. I think it made it very uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Because I was not turned on anymore.
Because
she wasn't as clean.
the
she
evil.
wasn't on top of it. You should just be, as a woman, you should just be on top of it.
That
you know what I'm saying? Now off the dirty pussy conversation. We only have a few minutes left, but I wanted to talk about this because we spoke about age, celebrities, and disruptive and dysfunctional and disturbing and destructive behavior. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about this because it always seemed very interesting to me. Teacher-student relationships, right? We always have these where this young man was with this older teacher, this older teacher was with this young girl, the professor with the college student, the this or that. Now, how come we can accept, celebrities? That's whatever. He's 19, she's 19, he's 45. But if that was my 19-year-old daughter, there was a 45-year-old professor.
Because the teacher-student relationship is different.
Why? Because they're vulnerable to you, not your knowledge?
Yeah, because you're supposed to be teaching young people and bettering them, and there's a weird, why was that even an encounter when you're supposed to be teaching?
So that's an encounter because There are some cases where kids have offered, I would do anything for an A.
Yeah, but then you get these high school teachers that are fucking, 15-year-old kids.
High school teachers, 15-year-old kids?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, fucking 15-year-old kids.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they are. I'm like, there's no high school student, high school teacher 15 years old.
And you know what's funny about a lot of these stories, too? And you can look it up. This is pretty true. The prettier the teacher is, the less punishment she always gets.
Really?
It's Opie and Anthony pointed this out because they would like constantly talk about these. And,
I didn't know they'd be talking about it.
And an ugly teacher or a guy teacher would always get like some kind of crazy jail or whatever. And the pretty girl would always get off with like a slap on the wrist, or she'd get like, probation or...
Really?
But they would almost... I don't think I can remember one where the pretty teacher got fucking time.
Wow. I
Yeah.
have a few that I wanted to mention because, of course, I found a list. And so this list is like, I guess, the top offending teachers. I don't even know. But this woman, number one, was Mary Kay Letourneau.
I know that name.
She was 34. The student was 13.
Oh, yes. And she got pregnant, didn't she?
I'm pulling it up right now to get all of the details.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got pregnant.
But she, 13 years old, the summer 96, her husband discovered the affair.
I remember this.
She was arrested for rape, and she was in jail, sentenced serving 6 months in the county.
They're still together, though, aren't they? Her and the kid?
She was in a sex offender program. Harvard teacher night, blah, 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 blah. Now the husband and wife.
And they have a kid, I think.
Yes. They do.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're still together.
They were married in a ceremony exclusively. Now the husband and wife, they're together. The Harvard teacher, and they're together. That's it. They're together.
So, hey, that one turned out good.
I guess that one worked out. Number one, she got
30 and 13?
She's 34, and he's 13.
God damn.
But she went to jail. She came out of jail. I think they, waited.
And
they
at
got
that
married
point, he was,
ready.
he was probably like 16, 17,
Yeah,
and he's like, let's do this.
Oh, wow. You know what? Sometimes I guess when you see it,
That's fucking crazy.
souls connect. Get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
Number two is Deborah Lafave.
I remember this one, too.
She was 23. The student was 14.
Yep.
Oh, my God. The one after this is even better, but I'm going to finish her.
She didn't get nothing, really, this one.
She,
if I remember.
Let's see here. She was a victim of convenience store, blah, 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 blah. She had 7 years probation.
Yeah,
3 years of house arrest.
Yeah.
And 7 years probation.
See?
She was pretty, actually.
Because she was prettier, right?
Pretty
blonde girl,
Yep,
right?
pretty blonde.
I remember all, I'm telling you. I remember all these because they would talk about these.
This next one's really messed up. Because she even looks really creepy. So her name is Abby Jane Swager. She was 28. I'm pulling her up because when I read it, I went, no way. This is pretty creepy. She's 28. She was with many students. Some were as young as 14. The oldest was 17.
Weren't they running train on her and shit and like doing like...
Wait a minute. She rented a hotel room. Police arrived. They found beer, marijuana, an open condom wrapper, and several 14 and 15-year-old teenagers.
Yeah.
Many of whom friends of Swager's son.
God damn, running train on your
6
mom.
underage boys.
Think about that kid now having to like look all these people in the face and like, we ran train on your mom.
Right, and they had weed, beer, 15 and 14-year-olds. She had 6 of them.
I remember this one too.
She provided them crack cocaine.
God damn.
And this was...
Now it's a party.
She was guilty to 11 of the 39 charges. 39 charges.
And she wasn't a looker either, right?
No, she was actually pretty hideous.
Yeah.
She was like a train wreck. You guys can't see from here, but if you look her
she's
up,
gross.
she's Abby Jane Swager. Number 7 here, Stephanie Ragusa. She was 28. She was with students 14, 16. She had 7 charges. We have Lisa Laveau. She was 24, student 15. She had 8 charges for drugs, alcohol,
Now,
and sex.
which ones are kind of pretty and what were their things? That's what I
okay.
mean.
Oh,
like-
okay. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So, actually, Stephanie Ragusa, she's an Italian-looking girl. I'll show
Let
you
me
her
see.
pic. She looks kind of like your cousin.
She could pass for pretty.
Yeah,
she
she's not
didn't.
pretty ugly.
She didn't do jail time.
Let's see.
No jail time. I'm going no jail time.
Let's see. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Wow.
With 5 years of sexual offender probation. But the reason I think it was because there was photography, pictures.
Child porn.
She
Okay,
took
yeah,
pictures
yeah,
of
yeah.
these kids.
Okay, yeah, that's child porn. That's different.
Let's see. Lisa Laveau. She was 24. The kid was 15.
Pretty? Let me say.
She was ugly looking in the picture. Not ugly, I guess.
I bet you in court she can clean up.
Yeah, she got 6 counts of statutory rape, 3 counts of aggravated rape and abuse, 3 counts of
Abuse?
Yeah. So let's see what she did here. In June, she was indicted for 6 counts, blah, 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 update. She was sentenced to 5 years probation after pleading guilty to 3 counts of statutory rape and enticing a minor under the age of 16.
No jail time. Kind of pretty, no jail time.
Yep.
I told you. I bet you in court she cleaned up real nice.
This one I gotta read, okay? This is Amy McKinley, okay? She looks like a news broadcaster, okay?
She didn't do jail time.
She
Well, let me wait until what
was
she did.
25. She was with someone that was 18.
Wait a second.
1 count of improper relationship with a student.
That's an illegal. That's an actual crime.
Yeah, that is a crime, and it was an inappropriate relationship with a student.
And that's
They
an
say
actual crime.
The age of consent is 17. However, the laws passed in the state legislature made it legal for teachers to have sexual relationships with students regarding their age, regardless of their age. So she had gotten. They were trying to really press her. But the jury refused to indict her on charges of a felony and improper relationship. However, she did lose her teaching certificate.
Whoa.
That's all she got.
She'll go to another state. Get
Lisa
another job.
Robin Marinelli. This one is like a creeper kind of looking to me. She looks kind of like, what's his name? He's a singer, Aerosmith.
You know, she kind of looks like Paul Abdul a little bit, too.
Prettier Paul
But I bet
Abdul.
you, again, she's got the collagen lips and shit. I bet you she fucking cleans up nice. What'd she do?
She was 40. Student was 17. Unlawful sex with a minor.
That's not bad.
Unlawful sex.
She didn't do jail
In
time.
April 2007, she pleaded guilty. She was sentenced to a year in house arrest and required to register as a sexual
Yep,
offender.
no jail time.
This one, Jennifer Lee Burton. Okay, she looks like she could be a softball or like a
Again, she
volleyball
can clean
teacher.
up, I bet.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. What'd she
so
do?
she's 39. She was a student 14.
14.
She has 3 counts of sexual assault, 3 counts of improper relationship between education and a student.
I'm going no jail time. House arrest or probation.
She's awaiting trial.
Ah,
She's
all right.
awaiting trial, but with a teacher to student relationship in her. Where is she?
Florida.
Hold on, let's see where she is. This punishment is out of fucking control. Texas. Orangeville, Texas.
Ooh, you don't want to fuck up in
She
Texas.
resigned, right? A grand jury has indicted her for 3 counts of felony sexual assault, 3 counts
3
of improper
felony.
relationship between an educator and student. Felony sexual assault is punishable by 20 years in prison.
Wow.
She's awaiting her trial still.
Texas don't fuck around. Yeah,
No,
you
they
don't fuck around in Texas, man. If you ever go there, unless you're in Austin, don't fuck around in Texas.
No, you have no idea. Texas is
Yeah.
no fuck. You'll disappear, right? So
There's a lot of land in Texas that's empty.
exactly right. Kara Dickey. Okay, she's from Buffalo.
Dicky.
29. The kid was 14.
Buffalo, I'm guessing she's a gross pig.
She's not pretty. She looks like the woman from Step Brothers, the wife.
Yeah, that's about Buffalo. Go ahead. She's doing jail time.
She in March pleaded guilty to 2 counts of
She
sex.
flirted with a student. She did 10 years.
She pleaded guilty to statutory rape, was sentenced to 4 years in jail, an additional.
I told you.
She had to put herself as official sex.
Because she
offender.
got RBF too, resting bitch face.
Mm-hmm.
So she's sitting in fucking court, not knowing that you're supposed to pull your tits out a little bit and, ham it up. And she's going in there with her fucking scowl on and her hair pulled back with no makeup.
Look at this one before I tell you her name.
Oh, she cleans up. Depending on her fucking thing.
Lindsay Massaro. Okay. She was 23
Okay.
from New Jersey.
I think I remember this one. Go ahead.
The kid was 13.
Okay.
Okay. Unknown. Actually, it says at least 13 and younger than 16.
Okay.
Okay. She's
And she's
second-degree
23?
sexual assault. What?
She's 23?
Yeah.
So let's say the kid's 15. You're talking 8 years.
Doesn't matter. He's still a fucking
No.
baby.
I know. I know.
Second-degree sexual assault, third-degree endangering the welfare of a minor, and fourth-degree criminal sexual contact.
She ain't doing no jail time.
In 2009, she applied for a pretrial intervention program. They offered the first step in receiving a plea agreement. They offered her to go into this rehab program, and she's still awaiting. This is still an open case.
And it's now 2000 and almost 19.
Yep.
She ain't going nowhere. That shit is...
This bitch is not... She's not pulling it off.
Nope. She's going to jail.
This girl said...
She got RBF too.
Her name is Kenzie Friday. She was 23. The kid was 17.
Maybe she doesn't...
That's really actually not that bad. I mean, come on now. She was... she's
17's
still
legal
awaiting
in New
trial.
York. You know
Wait
that.
a minute. All this shit is still awaiting trial. In what year? 2009. Friday...
This thing might be old.
Because this is crazy.
Yeah, that might be an old article.
20 months in prison, 10,000 in fines.
Either way, it's a weird thing, and if it was happening to one of my kids, I wouldn't be happy with it.
No, of course not. Why would we be happy about it? I mean, give them a chance to be a fucking kid.
Yeah,
You know, like now you're giving them more things than they need to worry about.
Well, there's
you know?
also like that odd pressure, I guess. A kid would feel like, well, I guess I should do this. It'll help me, you know, or not thinking about when this falls apart, it's going to hurt you tremendously.
Yeah,
because kids don't think that way.
And I agree. As adults, though, you know, we really should take into consideration the mindset of these kids and what they're doing and how they're doing it. And
well, for
why.
the boys, I can tell you what it is right now. Dude, I fucked a teacher. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
That's
right.
every single one of the boys. Every single one of them.
Right.
Because that's how they got caught. They told their friend, and their friend either A, went to the teacher and goes, now my turn.
Right.
Or
my
B,
turn.
told someone else, and that's
Pass
someone else.
around.
You know, and kids can't keep secrets, especially, dude, I fucked a teacher. That's around the school before, if it happened first period, it's around before first period's over. Everybody knows.
It might be.
I mean...
It might be. At the end of the day, though, I mean... We're just throwing this out there, and I'm just saying this from my point of view. I mean, I'm a parent. I have a 19-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old son today, and my youngest is 3. Take into consideration the brain capacity of what you're working with. You know, you're talking to a kid, of course, you may feel like, oh, this will satisfy me because of the control of your age, or, oh, this is what I like. But it is pedophilia, and it is disgusting. And unless they're 17, I feel like you're really reaching... You know, and I believe all hearts find each other, all souls find each other, but not as a teacher, not as a student. I mean, again, though, I'm not living it, so I don't know what to say. You know, I don't want to be judgmental because that's not who I am. But, you know, I had a lot of feelings, I guess, when I was reading these things. I got a lot of feelings towards... what I would think or feel if it was my kid, you know? I mean, if Lewis was in 10th grade and I found out a teacher fucked him, I would probably fucking kill her. I would shove her face so far up.
See, and that's like...
her own ass.
Like me, I'd be like, son, you shouldn't have done that, and I wouldn't really be too...
For me to that woman.
But again, now reverse it. If it's one of my daughters, I'm reacting the way you are.
Are you done, right? Exactly. I would not be all right, though, if my daughter... came home and was like, I'm with a 50-year-old man. Not that it would be okay. It wouldn't be my choice. It's her life.
But let me explain something to all of you when it comes to Lewis, our son. There will be no one that walks through that door that will have it easy, that will have it, oh yeah, she's good for you. This boy has nothing but women in his life.
Yes.
I'm divorced from his mother, so he lives with his mother and his aunt and her husband. Okay, here's the men in my son's life. His uncle and me. He's got uncles and stuff, but he doesn't see them regularly. Yes. But the ones that are influential is his uncle and me. And then it's like I said, his mom, his aunt, his grandmothers, his sisters, his mother. Who else? Richie's daughters, my niece. I mean, everyone that's in this kid's life for the most part, except for now we have Joe and Jeffrey. They're all women. This poor kid is surrounded by women. Now, I say this poor kid because no matter who he brings home, this girl has to now run a gauntlet of 2 mothers, 2 grandmothers, 2 sisters, and they all have to approve of who the fuck you are. And as the only boy, he is a prince to all these women. He can do no wrong to all these women. Now, moms, of course, have to discipline him every now and then because that's what moms do. But they still look at him and go, my precious little boy.
Shut the fuck up.
They all do it. And I do it as dad going because it's my heir to my throne. And it's me and him because it's all women.
Even our cats are girls.
Yeah, the turtle's a fucking girl.
Our turtle is a girl.
But so we look at each other and go, it's me and you, bud.
It's the truth. You guys are the only 2 boys around here.
And I'd look at him and go, you're going to do so good because you have me as a dad to give you that edge and that way to kind of grow up as a man and grow up as a boy and a teenager. But he's got so much insight when it comes to women.
It's true. He does. He does have the insight. At the same time, though, I would hope that all of us, including myself, keep in mind how uncomfortable he will be if we don't at least accept who he's dating. You know, we'll have to think about these things.
Well, that's the thing. You can't, every girl that walks in the door, immediately go, she's not good enough, because that's what you're all going to do.
That's not true.
It is true.
I didn't do that with my daughter.
Again, it's going to be
and
different.
I have told her I didn't like people she dated, but I didn't do that to her. I let her date who she wanted to date.
It's going to be different.
We'll see about that.
I know it for sure.
And we're going to cut it at that.
Yes.
So, guys, listen. I appreciate that Richie stopped by. I appreciate that my husband is here as my co-host, the amazing Rocky, of course. I love every one of you that came into the room. Please share it out. Get more people in here to watch this. I want to shout out, of course, my chickies. Can't forget Nicole, Sweet Temptations by Nikki on Instagram. My amazing friend Christine with Unique Makeup. You can find her strengthandsparkle.com. I am Jrabbit55 on Twitter. My husband is ROK6611. We are from the Super Ugly Show. This is life. This is Tuesday. And we're out.